23 minutes past 7, and mothers who were pressured into giving up their babies in the decades after World War II have long been campaigning for some kind of official apology.
Yeah, the government says it will now examine a number of requests, and this comes as a new documentary is released about a woman who was adopted and says she was left traumatised by the experience. She's been speaking to Duncan Kennedy.
My name is Zara, and I was adopted.
Where I landed.
One voice that speaks for thousands yet to be heard.
I just wanted to know basic things all my life, like, what does my mother look like?
My name is Zara.
Zara Phillips, a singer-songwriter, plays herself in this new drama documentary charting her life as a child of forced adoption.
What we didn't know did hurt us, and I knew that something was hurting, but I didn't know what.
It was in 1964 that Zara was adopted. Her mother was one of thousands in post-war decades pressured by NHS and other state employees into giving her up, simply because she wasn't married.
How angry were you with your birth mother for handing you over for adoption?
I was very angry, full of rage. It was just done to her. Do you know what I mean? The actions were taken, and I think she just went along with it.
For 4 years, BBC News has reported on forced adoptions after World War II. Our reports led to a parliamentary inquiry that called on the UK government to apologise and influenced both the Scottish and Welsh governments into apologising. Birth mothers and their adopted children say the UK government should follow Scotland and Wales and apologise. They've even written to the Queen, who's from the same generation, asking for her support. In a reply, Buckingham Palace said, "Her Majesty is grateful to you for writing as you did and has taken a careful note of your views." The birth mothers have also written to the government, asking not only for an apology, but also for help accessing records and counselling. And the government has now responded in writing, saying that officials are reviewing the requests and are considering where the department can support. Birth mothers like Jan Doyle are now in their 70s and 80s. Jan gave birth in 1963 and didn't see her son John again for 61 years.
Why should the government, after all these years, apologise to you and all these birth mothers and children caught up in forced adoptions?
It would mean that I wouldn't have to feel that shame deep inside me, that I would be recognised as a mother who went through pain.
I can change colours.
Zara, who's married to Richard Thompson, founding member of the folk rock group Fairport Convention, feels the same way. She says any recognition of their pain by the government would help ease the emotional burden history has bestowed on them.
It was like somebody saying to me, I acknowledge that what you have been through in your life was so painful and very difficult to live with. That's all I really want, is to be acknowledged for that.
Perfect stranger, pretending to be that girl.
Duncan Kennedy, BBC News.
And you can hear more about Zara's story in the documentary Somebody's Daughter, which is available on Amazon Prime Video.